Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our presentation today. We'll be talking about our new web crawler, Toppu, which is developed to help NG's business operation. So let's see how NG makes money. We constantly look for a new marketplace, new product to increase the number of opportunity. But how do we know what kind of product will sell well and actually bring us the amazing revenue? Every product has a life cycle. So if we miss certain timing for selling them, that means we're losing against all the other sellers out there in the market. So that's one of the reasons why we're admiring for real-time data from Amazon. Time is limited, and we want to get the best list of ASIN at short term. But to do that, the answer is pretty simple. We just, based on the latest information, we filter them out and just get the ASIN. To do that, you guys have been using those two programs, JungleScott and FeedVisor, as an alternative. But those two had three big issues while using it. The first problem was the data they provide us is already 1 month old, which is useless to give a real-time trend decision. Maybe some of the product might have been sold by other sellers by the time we make the decision. Second problem was, since the software isn't ours, we can't really manage the result data. The data set, we have to use the data set what they provide us. So we can't add, remove, and anything, which is very inflexible, and it makes it harder to build our own database. Third problem was we have to pay them monthly to use their service. As long as we have our own, we don't have to pay them anymore, which is better. So putting all those problems together, I introduced our Tofu as a solution.
Hi. Before diving into our solution Tofu, let's find out what the crawler is, in short. Okay. So pretty simply about crawler, it is an automated bot collecting data continuously. It crawls a bunch of websites to get useful data, like a spider living in a web. So that's why crawler is sometimes called a spider too. Actually, this is the way searching engines like Google do when they are indexing their web page. So let's see what is Tofu for. At this moment, our Tofu is for ZAG and Z, but potentially for every department engine. So actually, it can help to find product to sell, and it can give some data for estimating product data. Or also, it can replace some simple task like just checking a bunch of websites. So let's see what is the advantage of our Tofu. The first thing is, now we can get the real-time data. We don't have to use 1 month old data anymore. We can utilize product data whenever we want. If you want to use the real-time data, just get it right after calling. Or if you want to use data a few days later, of course you can do it because our crawl data always stored in database as soon as it crawled. The next thing is, now we can get the data as we want. Unlike other software or API, we can get data as we want. Because, as you know, we made this Tofu by ourselves, so we can customize anytime. If you have an additional data to crawl, we can easily change the code to get it. By using Tofu, we can get the number of the sellers of FBA or FBM, or the number of images or description. Actually, there is no one API or software providing all of these all together at once. The third one is, we can save time. We figure out that we spend a lot of time to spending figuring out just private products after they got product list. But by using Tofu, using the core data like such as sellers or description, we can replace part of VA's task, which is checking a bunch of websites one by one manually. We can replace it. So I believe I can help them work more productively than before. So that was our advantage of Tofu. So let's see what we've got using Tofu so far.
So what could we get from Toppu? It is database. included with filter data. Then what is the results? We can do search trend, which can let you know whether it is popular or not in specific period. And we can also have 500,000 of ASINs per week, since we have a high performance of crawler. And using Keepa, which can track the historical data like sales rank or price in Amazon, we can get 2 years data for each ASIN. Then how can you use our service? The first thing you have to do is just put the number of pages for category that you're interested in. Then the other things are going to be filled out by automatically. And second, just set the condition. You don't have to look through all the things by yourself. And third, just put the name of request and email. Then email is going to be used as an alarm service. But if you want to see the status of requests, look at here. Then you can see all the requests from this page. And also, if you want to see the historical data, here it is. First, you have to do is set the criteria. There are three criteria in here: request, trend, velocity. And then just click the apply filter button. Third, just click check it through the data table. And there are colored data which is satisfied by the criteria you set above.
Now we talked about last 5 months of our work. I'm gonna talk about next 5 months, since Nitro and Nick and I'll be here with this amazing team, plus Intern 3.0. I'm gonna talk about our Toppu user's perspective and functional perspective. Let's talk about user's perspective first. Jack and Z always asks us how many ASINs have been crawled, what's the state of ASINs, how fast it is. Well, how about Slack answers those questions? We all use Slack as our company messenger. We can use Slack to alarm our program, like such as starting time, end time. Like we can even get download link from Slack. We can also ask Slack the status of our crawler, such as how many ASINs, speed of crawler. Additional applications. We're currently crawling ASINs that we upload or ASINs from Amazon website by categories. But we want to expand our possibility of crawler. We can get ASINs from our internal database. We can also get ASINs from specific brands. That way, we can not only crawling the vendors, we can also get information of products that we sell and ASINs from brands. Functional aspect. Our operation team works hard to find best filter to find good vendors. Our VAs also work very hard in Philippines to find good ASINs. But machine can do that too. Machine can do that too. Our plan is to create our machine learning program to find best filter for our best filter and apply it to our crawler. That way we can spend less time finding vendors but spend more time on our high priority work. Our Toppu will improve, and we want all NG to use our Toppu to get the best work experience with the best result. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please ask Yoonju. During the holiday party.